Hi guys, this is Sunny Spark Learning, and today we'll be preparing the trade and other receivables note. So you know that the trade and other receivables note must have debtors control, prepaid expense, accrued income, SARS income tax, but sometimes it does not have to have all of that. Okay, so now let's look at the information we've given in this one. In this case, is question 1.2, bullet number 1. Okay, we're going to look at information B and information C. The information B is the trial balance. In the trial balance, we are given the net trade debtors and the provision for bad debts, which is for the beginning of the year because the year ended on 28 February 2025. Okay, so now with this one, we're going to check if the provision for bad debts must be taken into account or not. Bear in mind that the term net trade debtors means that they have already subtracted the provision for bad debts. Okay, so let's look at the information. Let's first check the transaction let's look at all the transactions, see which ones are relevant to the question of the trade and other receivables note. Okay, number 1, we have an insurance transaction. It says Yamitle Ltd pays a fixed monthly insurance to ATR insurers. Insurance for March and April has also been paid. This is prepaid expense. Okay, so it means it also affects the trade and other receivables note. Now, number 2, we have a rent transaction. It says the rent for February 2025 has not been received yet. This rent increased by 12% on 1st of November 2024. This also affects the trade and other receivables note as it is accrued income. If you don't understand these terms, prepaid expense and the accrued income, please go watch the previous video. I have explained all of them in detail. Okay, it means this rent transaction also affects the trade and other receivables note. Number 3, provision for bad debts must be decreased by 175 rands. This one was not taken into account when calculating the amount for the net trade debtors. The bookkeeper mistakenly recorded the provision for bad debts for 1st March 2024. What happened here? Okay, this also affects our note. We must take it into account because there's been an error made, as the bookkeeper used the opening balance when he had to use the closing balance. He used the opening balance when recording this transaction. They said the amount must be decreased. What he did is that he took the opening balance, which is 8,200. He decreased it from the trade debtors. Okay, now that he decreased the 8,200, we must no longer decrease this amount because what he did is that he decreased more than he should have decreased. He should have decreased the 175 rands. Okay, what we are going to do is that we are going to add these only once. Why? Because there is no point of decreasing it anymore because he decreased more than he should have decreased. Okay, now let's draw the trade and other receivables note here. Trade and other receivables. We have net trade debtors. Then, as I've mentioned, you can check. We have prepaid expense. We also have accrued income. We also have accrued income. Okay. Now, let's start with the net trade debtors. We are given an amount from the trial balance, which is 328,590. 328,590. I have explained that we must add back this 175. Why? Because the bookkeeper decreased more than he should have decreased. He decreased the opening amount, which is more than the closing amount. So we must add back, because there's no point of decreasing it anymore, as they've decreased more than they should have decreased. So we're going to say plus 175 rands, close bracket. Okay, now let's continue. I'll calculate the total at the end. Let's continue with this one, the prepaid expense. When reading the adjustments, we found out that we have a prepaid expense which relates to the insurance amount. Okay, so let's check the trial balance. So the trial balance we are given, let's check, okay, insurance, here it is. We are given 184,100. 184,100 as the amount for insurance. Okay, they said that the insurance for March and April 2025 has also been paid. Okay, let's draw the timeline, starting from first of the year, which is March. This is 2024. March, April, May, July, August, September, October, November, December, Jan, Feb. Okay, the year ends here. March. This is 2025. Okay, this is from March 2025. It's no longer part of our year. But they said the insurance amount has been paid until April 2025, which includes March and April, 2 months. So it means this amount has been paid for 14 months, because it's our 12 months plus the 2 months they paid extra, which is 14 months. So you're going to come here and say, the amount they've given you from the trial balance, which is this one, 184,100, you divide it by 14 months to get how much it was, the monthly expense for insurance. So you're gonna get 13,150, because this is for 1 month and we are looking for 2 months. You're going to say multiply by 2, then you must get 26,300. Okay, now when you go to your node, you can either add this amount. You can take this whole, let me say equation, okay? You can take this whole calculations from 13,000 multiplied by 2 equals to 26,000 and plot it here. You can say 13,150 multiplied by 2. Then the total amount is 26,300. This is the amount you must subtract. Okay. So now, if you don't understand how, if you don't want to do it this way here, you can either say the amount you got from the trial balance, which is 184,100, multiplied by 2 over 14. Then still you're going to get 26,300. Okay, so now let's proceed to the next one, the accrued income for the rent. Now let's check the transaction, the adjustment again. It said the rent for February 2025 has not been received yet. Okay, now in this case, we are no longer dealing with the extra months, which means let me remove them. Let me also remove February because they didn't receive the one for February. Okay, so it says the rent for February has not yet been received, and the rent increased by 12% from 1st of November. Here's the information I'm reading. 1st of November, the rent increased by 12%, which means it was no longer 12%, it was 100% plus 12%, which equals to 112%. Okay. Now, we are going to look for the amount we are given from the trial balance. In this case, we are given 187,440. Let's calculate it here. We are given 187,440. And bear in mind, they said the rent for February, the last month of our financial year, has not yet been received. Okay, it means that the rent we received, this amount of rent, the 187,440, it's for 11 months from March 1st of March 2024 until January 2025. That is 11 months. Okay, now you can say in brackets 11 months. Now, to find how much the rent for February is, we are going to count the number of months where the rent was still 100% and the amount of months where rent was increased by 12%. We are going to start with the one with 100%. This part is 100%. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 months, that was 100%. We're going to say plus the amount, the number of months after increasing by 12% is from November up until January. It's 1, 2, 3 months. Then you open bracket. You are going to take the 112%, because why are we taking the 112%? It's because we are looking for a month whereby the rent was already increased by 12%. So it is 100% plus 12%. It's 112. So we are going to take it 112 divided by the original percentage, which is 100. Then you must get 11,36. Okay. So when you got this answer, 11,36, you're going to say the amount from the trial balance, 187,440. You divide by 11,36. Then you must get an amount that does not have commas, which is 16,500. Okay, this is for 1 month. This is for 1 month, and this is the 100%. Okay, now when you got here, after dividing the amount with the 11,36, you must get an amount without commas, which is 16,500. Bear in mind that this is the 100%, because we have divided by the 100. Okay, so you're gonna say you have to add back the 12%. You're going to say 16,500 multiplied by 112 over 100. Okay, now you must get 18,480. Then you're gonna take this amount, the answer you've got, you recorded here, 18,480. Okay, so then you must open in bracket for extra marks. I mean, to get full marks, not extra marks, it's full marks. You're gonna say 16,500 multiplied by 112 over 100. then the answer is this one. Then let's add the net trade debtors. It's 328,590 plus 175. You must get 328,765. Then the total answer is 373,545. Okay, if you still don't understand how some of the adjustments I did them, there is a program that is being offered by Sunispark Learning, whereby they provide clear explanations. I recommend that you must join them for better clarity. Okay, bye.